Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you and formally introduce Bob, Cos, and Arthur, the Play No Games podcast.
It's your favorite podcast where we talk about real life and exchange a few laughs. We sticking to our path. When you find understanding, just know that will never last. We ain't here to play no games.
Welcome to the Play No Games podcast. It's your host Cartier Bob.
It's Type Ford.
It's Cos.
And we're back here again, giving you another illustrious installment. And if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. Cashapp, $ herobob is going to be up here, down here, one of the two. Help me pay my friends. 360 deals. We got to put them all in them.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, you try to get that off. Like, no, I'm not going.
360 deals for everybody.
No.
Okay, yeah, okay, 720s. Anywho, who would like to usher in our very first topic?
So it's a Play No Games classic, the namesake of the show.
I'm not gonna lie, we fucked this up all
We
the
did.
time.
You could be positive, it could be negative.
God.
You just tell me what you're playing. No
Why
games
you do that
about.
to Arthur, bro?
I don't memorize the intro.
Me
it's
too.
the Play No Games segment. We're gonna throw it with me, which actually I don't have one. So we're gonna throw it over to the Backseat critics who do have one. They're filling in for me. Audio only.
Hey guys, imagine what we look like. Probably Big Bird and Bert.
No, it's like a Tim Burton movie. I would say Nightmare for Christmas.
No,
Bro,
that's not
what?
Okay. No.
Weird. So what we're going to play no games about is, you guys check your phones. I text you all a couple pictures.
Holy fuck.
I'm afraid to open up my phone right now.
It's one of them's a thumbnail from this week, and one of them is the other option that we gave Mr. Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see anything weird?
Is that a?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
What? What?
Wait, which one was which?
In the glasses? Look in the glasses.
The one where he's shushing. The one
When
where
he's
RJ is
shushing.
shushing. Look in the glasses.
Look in the glasses on your left. There's a nice little diagram of it.
Why are y'all doing that?
If you go to the other one,
Yeah, what is that?
it's the Munchkins from the Lollipop Guild.
This is the people who are doing the art for the show?
Bro, like, whose idea was this? Which one, y'all?
This is an Andrew idea.
No, for sure, it's always
This
real.
is like some...
What I love is it's been up there for like 12 plus hours.
Wait, that's the one that's actually on the.
It's live right now.
Oh shit!
They told me before the episode.
The only reason why I didn't pick the other one is because RJ's mouth is open, and I was like, I know how weird their internet's gonna be, so I was like, I didn't pick that one.
So instead, you picked the one with.
I clearly didn't see that. I'm not going out looking for when I look
It's
at
like
photos.
it's like a biological diagram of. Where'd you find that?
Yeah, like who?
You had a textbook
Did y'all
or
like
something?
group huddle about?
Whoa, wait, keep going. No,
Did y'all have like a group huddle about this, or like was it just your idea and you
Why are you fantasizing about a group huddle? Why would we need a group huddle to
troll?
hold up a tiny iPad with screen at full brightness with a picture from Google Images with a diagram of
Wow. Anywho,
Took
I'm
2
just,
seconds.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just go. Let's.
So what I'm playing no games about. So what I'm playing no games about, literally is relationships. What I'm playing no games about is relationships. No matter what relationship you're in, like I think when people get into relationships, it's just like they think everything's like roses, and relationships are work no matter what. So I want to play no games about, always put in work when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
No, I think people kind of get that fantasy. So
That was cute.
Did your girlfriend make you say that?
Is she watching right now?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You just
I'm sorry. That was sweet.
you know, I'm gonna take the high world because I am wearing $1 billion worth of game on me right now. So I'm gonna.
Nice BBC shirt.
Oh my gosh! Thanks. That was crazy.
She pick it up.
No,
Okay.
it was me.
Can you show the people the slides that match the shirt?
Bam.
Damn.
I'm like y'all know like that zebra gum in that little packet. That's me.
Okay.
Anywho, say what you playing on games about.
All right, so I know you guys missed me. I was out of town last week enjoying my birthday in Cabo with a group of friends. I played no games about knowing when to appreciate life and taking time to just disconnect and enjoying the hard work of your life. And I think sometimes I just get too caught up in the hustle and bustle of always trying to catch the next dollar and like doing a million different things. And sometimes I just need a vacation, or even if it's just a 48-hour getaway, to just appreciate the stuff I have accomplished and the stuff I got going on, including this podcast. But it's nice being back with you guys, though.
There you go. We missed you. What was the best thing you did there?
One thing we can't talk about for sure. I'll say other than that though, just celebrating two of my friends' marriage. They're celebrating. They celebrated their 4th wedding anniversary. Taryn I've known since we were like 8 or 9. Koshi I've known since I was 16. She was 14 at the time. Mm-hmm. So I mean, just being able to see two people who were high school sweethearts who then took that, dated post high school, got engaged, married, now have a 2-year-old daughter. Really just set the blueprint for what marriage or love should look like within our friend group. So just it was nice seeing people come together to celebrate them. And like we had a large group too. I think it was 18 or 19 of us.
Got it. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, big group.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was like your birthday, the marriage celebration.
Yeah.
All that.
A lot going on.
Very cool.
ATV riding was cool too.
Oh yeah. Always fun.
Yeah, man, we missed you. We did, not that we don't miss AJ.
Absolutely. Cabo.
if we
Interesting
don't
throw
say
in there.
it, if we don't say it, whoa, wait a second. I feel like if it's not documented and said,
Yes, of course we miss AJ.
I have to manage it. Anywho, it's true. But one of the things that I definitely want to throw out to you that I'm super glad you said, because I'm not gonna lie to you, dealing with like trying to manage a little burnout myself. And I feel like for me, I'm always like, okay, I gotta go to the next thing, and I can't wait to get my rest. It's coming up in like a couple of weeks, and I appreciate you saying that because I think people don't really acknowledge the accomplishments that they reach, because they're ultimately trying to get to that mega plateau, that mega place. And I think admiring the steps that you take to get there is worth a celebration. So I want to say congrats, man. You've done a lot of dope things this year.
Appreciate it for sure.
Cabo, underrated, overrated?
Overrated for sure.
Thank you.
I haven't been, and I know that.
It's yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, one of my biggest complaints about it, and my dad has said this to me previously, but I know my dad can kind of be Mr. Grinch at times, so I took it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Everyone there has their fucking hands in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
And that's one thing. Like, I just like it. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like it was like Vegas on steroids. Like, no bullshit, bro. I think it was one day I ordered some avocado toast with goat cheese, some scrambled eggs on the side, and some shrimp. And then I think I might have got a passion fruit margarita and then some sparkling water just because I was about to drink the water down there. The bill came out to $35.02. So I paid him $40 in USD. I didn't have any small bills on me at the time. So I that's not fully 20%, but for you getting American dollars, I was like, all right,
Oh yeah.
chalk it.
Absolutely.
No. He came back to me and I told him he could keep the change. He's like, senor, your tip is kind of short. Nigga, huh?
Oh, he came to you with
Yes,
that?
yes.
I usually don't hear that
Oh wow.
in like
Oh no.
heavily dominated.
I don't hear that in Mexico.
Exactly.
And that's what you're trying to say.
Huh?
I don't hear that in Mexico when I go.
Yeah.
I just feel
And that's why the thing with Cabo is because it's in the Baja Peninsula.
Yeah.
Very Americanized. Very westernized.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That shit rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I haven't gone to the Cabos or the Tulums. I've gone to Mexico City,
Come on, you can say it.
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara.
There we go. And like when I just say like the appreciation of like, you know, family, things of that, I'm kind of like I'm glad I went there first before I went to any of those places, because like anything, even if it was like, you know, something small, so much gratitude. Like I could have asked for a steak at a sushi restaurant there and they would have produced that.
Yeah. No, I had a good time though overall. Don't get me wrong. It was just like motherfuckers down there. They would try to literally sell you air if they could, which I like.
Interesting.
So, very first topic, we're gonna do a slight recap. So, as you all know, the Olympics is going on. U.S. is fighting against China for the medals.
For
For the medals, we're dominating, but we're going to talk about some I don't say quickly, but some controversial takes and calls. And since we're going to be talking about track and field, we're going to have our own track and field expert. Why he is so
time to shine.
He is so jazzed.
I'd like to talk about the gymnastics controversy going on as well after this.
We're gapping it all.
What are you doing?
What? No.
Sit back down.
Damn. No, who's always told you could do anything.
What do you mean by that?
My mom.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you have a mic.
Oh, I got a mic. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just gonna hold it.
You hear
We do
guy?
this on the
He
Backseat.
said he could do anything.
Anywho.
Yeah, I'm here.
We got RJ back on
Hi,
the
guys.
show again.
What's good, RJ?
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah. What's up,
Thanks
bro?
for the invite.
We're going to talk about track and field. Noah Lyles had a controversial finish, and we got a couple things we're going to talk about.
That wasn't controversial at all.
Well, some people took it as.
Well,
Some people took it as because he's also a controversial figure.
he is, but why are they taking it as controversial?
Because wasn't it like his foot wasn't the first to cross? It was his head or something like that.
His torso cross.
That's the
and-
rules.
And this is the thing. I know it is rules. It's just kind of funny to me how it's a foot race, and the first thing
It crosses your chest. That's
Yes.
just how the track and field rules are written for many years, though.
in a foot race.
In a foot race, people die for that, though. To change that, I agree. It should be any part of your. I mean, probably not your arm, but I could see like your foot.
Your head.
But I mean, you could think though then that people are going to start going like this at the finish line. I'd rather I understand the torso a little more because you're just going to stumble forward. Safer finish.
Oh, actually, I'm glad you said that. Now I can see why. I'll be honest. Like, looking at the picture, and it was me running, I'd be like, "Do you see this leg across this?"
It's all about the chest.
See, that's something I'm getting. I would have to get used to.
That was an amazing lean. I don't think you can never get that close.
Yeah. And in theory, I guess like it's easier to force your foot forward than it would be if your chest is leaning, that means your whole body's probably already crossed whatever threshold it is. So like,
Sorry to interrupt.
no, go ahead.
Aren't they shooting for kind of like center mass?
Mm.
I think they are shooting for center mass, like just breaking it down. But to like keep things kind of like circulating going, one thing I really appreciate is like the gratitude after that race. Like I like how the Olympic goes because every Olympic athlete understands what it takes to get to where they're going. And I like how they weren't bickering. It was just like, I'm glad that you won because I know Noah Lyles is, controversial, as you said, Cox. And do you think he handled that win with grace?
Yeah, I thought he was fine. Especially like RJ can speak to it, but I know he came from a lot of a rough upbringing with his health as a child, right? And what he went through.
With asthma.
Yeah, with asthma and everything.
Oh, you said that.
In and out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Quite often. Yeah. I'm sorry, not to interrupt.
No, please.
Continue.
Go ahead. You can talk about like that a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then he had that mental health issues where he actually had to hire a psychiatrist after Tokyo Olympics for a little bit, where he was just out of it. Noah Lyles. And so for him to come back and actually do that is amazing. To come back and take the Olympic gold. Not to mention that's the first one since Justin Gatlin in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then also as well, that is the most stacked field that we've had in the Olympic finish. That every time beat the bronze medal from the previous Olympic. The bronze medal from the previous Olympic when I've been on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, Bo would have smoked him.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, every time he won, it was he destroyed.
Now, even though I know you have more,
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I do want to say about the track and field is because it's controversial because Noah Lyles was going at the NBA players and a lot of NBA players.
They were hate watching.
They were hate watching. And
Yeah.
you know the biggest hate watcher, and I appreciate him for calling out about it? Josh Hart.
Josh Hart, yeah.
He was like, I wanted him to lose, and I'm glad he kept that same energy. And then he congratulated him at the end, which I was like, that's a class act.
Fuck Josh Hart.
Whoa!
Fucking bum.
He was killing it this year.
He's a role player. Get the fuck out of here.
It's because he's a Nick.
That's why he feels that way.
No. I actually fuck with the Knicks stuff.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I
fun to watch.
apologize. I take that back then.
Since when?
Yeah,
Just because they're not my team, I appreciate it.
I heard a lot of Nick slander earlier on in the year about Jalen Brunson and other players from you. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, that's partially a troll him.
I
But,
know. Oh.
and I'm just realistic. I know they're playing 7 players, 43 minutes a night. It's never sustainable.
It's, you know what? I get it. I didn't like Josh when he was on the Pelicans or the Lakers, so I kind of get that.
He's just a try hard.
He is a little bit of a tryhard. I get that. What else did you want to talk about? Because you said you had a lot in terms of track and field, right?
Sha'Carri.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Sha'Carri. I mean, she took second in the 100. I think she could have. It would have been interesting to see what she would have done in Tokyo, because she was probably at the height. What's that?
No.
It's my Shakira.
Jesus.
No,
What about that Polish girl with the tattoos?
Which one? In the 100?
No,
Or-
200.
In the 200? I mean, the 200s haven't even finished yet. They have the American one gold there. So,
Okay.
no, I also would like to just point out American track and field that was after Noah Lyles got his gold. That was their second gold medal in track and field. They tied their Tokyo one. So men's gold medals, they only got 2 in the last Olympics. We're already at 4 now
I was gonna say on the
for track and field.
on the women's side, I know we're being getting smoked like the last couple of
Well, we won the 200. No.
In the 100.
Oh, in the 100, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say overall. Well, I mean, you also had Shelly Ann Fraser Price, who just finally pulled out. She didn't even go to the final. She was like, "No, I'm done." And she's like 100. Like that's Usain Bolt of the 100. So she didn't even compete in the finals this year. She said, "I'm done." So yeah, we're gonna get smoked there. There's another. I forgot her name. There's another person in there too that smoked America all the time.
No.
Man. But yeah, no, we tied that. We got Ryan Krauser. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oregon.
Oh, from Boring, Oregon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a beast. In high
They're from
school,
the
I
shot
saw
put,
him
right?
throw from Boring. Or what's it?
For the shot put, right?
For a shot put, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's been a beast forever. Him and his cousin. His cousin should be in it too.
Country strong right there.
They are wild. They are wild.
You guys been watching any other sports in the Olympics?
Yeah. What have you been watching, Cos?
I do enjoy swimming. I do enjoy gymnastics as well. That's actually a great lead into my next thing about the controversy with gymnastics and
No, I'm good. I'm
and
I'm going to slide out, I think, after this controversy real quick.
Okay.
and just essentially Romania getting fucked over for bronze medal in what was the floor event, I believe. And shout out to Jordan Childs. She's from Vancouver, Washington. She won bronze for Team USA. Shout out to her. Represent. So essentially what happened was the Romanian girl. So Jordan went first. Did her act. Don't remember the score she got, but she was in third. Then the Romanian gymnast went up. Alina Bogdanancu, I think her name is, or something like that. Went up, did her performance. She beat Jordan's score. She was then given the then after everyone, she was in bronze. Was celebrating, had the Romanian flag, was all happy. The U.S. coaches go talk to the judges on some weird shit. Like, you don't see this often. Go talk to the judges. They revert the scores. So then Jordan Childs gets third. They run through, like, the judges gave an explanation that, like, the Romanian stepped out of bounds during her routine. They go back, like people have gone back and watched the tape. She never stepped out of bounds.
This is why I hate sports with judges. If there's a judge, I don't think that's really a sport.
Yeah.
Low key, I agree. I do agree on that.
That was a ball. Yeah.
That's
no,
just
for real.
favoritism right there.
Yeah. So essentially, I don't know, the Romanian hard done, classic situation. And yeah, and like that's been the controversy so far on the gymnastics side.
I do want to have one quick omission. In the last episode, I was talking about the gymnastics community, just in the sense of like, I feel like when it's not the Olympics, we don't care about it, but when it's the Olympics, it's, I feel like one of the most top watched sports. And I just wanted to make sure that there's that omission, because I feel like there was some context missed with that, because I just see so many people just like get like so much pride talking about the Olympics and like not the Olympics, the gymnastics, and like seeing those girls and some of those guys do that shit, just kind of like, damn, like this is like modern day superheroes, like Simone Biles getting up this high, those people get on me, like that's crazy.
Jumping 12 feet up in the air.
Yo, I'm just like
backflipping 12 feet up in the air.
I could never do that. So they put in a lot of hard work. So.
Yeah, I was in Cabo, so for a while it was a little bit hard to like keep track with it, just because I'm doing this, that, and the third. Did catch some of the track and field events. Did see Simone compete one time, and then I've watched 3 Team USA basketball games thus far. Really haven't been too impressed by the product. Steve Kerr has his head in his ass. So,
well, actually, because we're still gonna finish up the Olympics. RJ, you can stay with this piece.
Okay.
Since we're talking about basketball, and since you guys hated on one of my topics, and I'll save it for another day and time, is I'm gonna need a close up really quick. Just really quick.
Okay. Close up attack.
KG. I'm gonna say some stuff about you, but I want to let you know.
were you about to just say I love you?
No.
I swear,
That's what I thought.
I swear it looked like it come off your tongue, bro.
KD, I'm about to say some stuff to you, but does not reflect how much. How much I appreciate how much of a fan I am of you. So, before the Olympics started,
Aren't y'all the same age?
are we?
No.
I'm fucking with you.
I know. Before he went to the Olympics, and I think Kevin Durant beat Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, he's the all-time leading scorer.
He beat her?
And yeah. All right, bro. Come on. Like that was crazy.
Stop.
No, he's the all-time leading scorer
Yeah,
in Team USA basketball history.
So I want to say congratulations, KD. But before he went, he was on Logan Paul's podcast.
No, with speed, yeah.
And he said, and KD, I'm sorry. He said that one of the most toxic, most ridiculous things ever. And I think we just got to talk about it.
What'd he say?
He says the reason why he hasn't been in a relationship for so many years. So he says this.
Toxic.
It is very toxic.
Go ahead.
He says, where's it at?
Exactly. That's all he does.
I'm sorry.
Jamming up.
He says, when I mention, Durant says, I wouldn't say I've had my heart broken, but I've started to understand women a little bit more. And as well as early on, I understood that that's like, what? Oh, I butchered that. I'm going to start from the top. Durant explains, I wouldn't say I had my heart broken. I started to understand women a little bit more as well. Early on, I understood that, like, she's not mine. So, hearing that comment from a person like Kevin Durant is, he's got his heart broken many times, and he just has this, like...
Huh? He literally said that wasn't the case.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he did say, he's like, not saying I've got my heart broken.
But that's the part where I disagree with him, because...
Oh, you think he has?
You're disagreeing with someone else's life experiences.
I agree, because he's using...
What?
No, I agree!
Let him go. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I feel like that, because a lot of people follow and listen to Kevin Durant, I feel like they take one experience, and he's talking about that one experience getting married and understanding how women navigate and work through the world as very hyperbolic, and it has to be, or every situation is going to be like that, and he's using that as a situation of why he doesn't want to get any more relationships. So my thought, and the reason why I want to bring that up to you guys is, do you guys think that's an overstepping or an super hyperbolic way of thinking, even though he says that didn't hurt me, but clearly I think that did hurt him, that, you know, he doesn't have anyone. He's like, and that's just my thought. What are you thinking, Tay?
Okay, so I'm thinking this. I'm thinking we have a about to be 36-year-old superstar worth upwards of $500 million. Probably deals, not even probably, because deals with women at varying frequencies. Let's just say I'm up 200 M's, right?
Yeah.
I'm dating a woman. I go out of town. All of a sudden, I go on Instagram. You're in the NBA as well. You see said woman with you as well. At that point, I'm then going to become desensitized and realize that's not my girl. It's just my turn. And I can leave it at that. Now, that's my experience. And I can only live and speak on my lived experiences. How you want to operate, if you want to get married at 22, that's fine. With me in my situation, this is what works for me at this time.
Okay.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
Now, I'm curious, what's your problem with Kevin Durant saying this?
Because I think he's lying to fit a narrative that most men do when they can't handle a situation. And when I say situation is, I believe, because he also said in the Impulsive episode that if he could find someone that he would do that, but also he's kind of like, I love too strong, or I care too much. So you care so much, you're not going to work through an issue with someone. So that's why I'm calling bullshit, because we have a lot of people in male culture who say they want a relationship and all this other stuff, but they won't put in the work to do that.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It sounds like you filling in a lot of details that were never said in that quote.
Potentially.
Yeah.
What I'll say is this sounds a lot like Kevin Durant, a guy who wants to avoid responsibility. Same way he said it before himself. He said it. He's like, I don't want to be the leader of a team. I just want to hoop. He doesn't want to work towards a relationship. He just wants to
And also
go about his way.
All right, if we want to talk about narratives that exist, people have narratives that NBA players cheat. So who's the real good guy? The guy who's honest with himself and says, you know what? I know myself. I know temptation's going to come knocking, and I'm going to answer that door. Or somebody that gets married, flies his family down to Miami, may have a mistress or two down there, then flies.
LeBron.
Damn, you didn't even let me get the joke.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking of...
Wow. Edit that out.
We'll edit that out. So
or Portland's.
Everyone knows he does it. Everyone knows.
Wow. I know I'm filling in a lot of the blanks with the KD thing. I just think it's damaging for young men to hear that, because as a role model, like, I understand that that's his life, but it's almost kind of like,
he's not a role model though. He said it himself.
Okay.
He said it himself. He's not
It's
a role
hard
model.
being a KD fan sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
God.
I don't envy you.
Oh God.
Athletes and entertainers aren't supposed to be
Shut
role
up.
models. What?
JT ain't shit.
He shouldn't be anybody's role model either. He's a
play.
person that plays basketball.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm with
okay.
Kay. I don't believe in like athletes or
Fair enough.
anyone being a role
Are
model.
your parents and like the people who mold your upbringing should be your role models, not somebody just because they can shoot a basketball. Now, if you're aspiring to be a basketball player, yes. But
All right. That's all I have for that.
how's that segment gonna go?
We'll see. We'll
Yo.
see how that goes.
Yo, y'all were on fire with that bullshit.
It was real.
No, that
we'll
was
have
great.
Robert like dub it
Yeah.
and post edit.
That works.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
watch,
an anime.
Watch the 1500 final
The
in the
words,
Olympics.
the words never match.
Watch the 15. Watch the,
Before I leave, watch
Watch
the
the
1500 final in the Olympics and
Okay,
watch the
1500.
400 final in the Olympics. You guys won't regret it.
All right.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah. Wow. Well, interesting. Well, next topic. So guys, I know we're all big Trumpers here. That was a joke. I'm so sorry.
You know your sister would be very unhappy with you.
Yeah. Well, Trump actually made an appearance on Adin Ross's stream. If you don't know, Adin Ross, cenat, and iShowSpeed are kind of like the Mount Rushmore right now for streamers. And people thought it was fake, man. People thought it was gonna be fake and all this stuff. And here he is, big orange guy, pulls up. They're doing it in the living room of Mar-a-Lago, which is Trump's like estate and private golf course in Florida. They're doing the stream there. I think it was like an hour and a half long stream. Adin talked to him.
What was his intro music?
Many Men by 50 Cent. Unfortunately, he's hilarious.
That's the thing. Like,
Unfortunately, he's
Even
hilarious.
though he's probably the worst president we've ever had, sitting in the White House and a deplorable human being. Election time with him is
Dude, it's must see TV.
Like,
he knows how to entertain.
Like, is he back on X now?
No, he's not.
still
But there is a profile on X that just pretty much like copy paste what he tweets on his whatever his app is.
Okay.
Freedom News or whatever it's called. Yeah. So I didn't watch the stream. I saw some highlights from it, but essentially they were just answering questions from the chat. Everyone was throwing in, and it was just funny, like watching Adin Ross try to ask Trump about like education reform or stuff like this guy. There's because someone responded with like on Twitter of like Adin like 4 months ago, figuring out or finding out what fascism was. Like he didn't know what the hell was.
Well, and that's why.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And
yeah, like just like a couple months ago, like someone said
fascism or something.
Yeah.
Are you serious, bro? And see that stream, along with cenat being asked to have Kamala Harris on his platform, is so dangerous to me because it's not to downplay what they do at all, but these are entertainment streamers. And politics is a very serious topic to me, and they wield a lot of influence, especially on younger adults who are just entering the age to vote. So no, I don't like. All right, let me just. Would you go to? Are you gonna go to your barber and ask him for any medical advice on your back if you injured your back?
No.
No. Okay. Would you go to your doctor and ask them how to cook beef Wellington?
My doctor just might.
Okay, but you get my drift.
Yes.
So like people have certain functions in life for a certain reason. So I don't want them to have, these interviews with, whether it be with, President-elect Trump or Kamala Harris, and then afterwards they're then being asked about policy issues, and that just frightens the hell out of me.
Really quick before you go, I just want to know, when I was like, Kevin Durant is saying this, but now these streamers can influence kids, but Kevin Durant and his ridiculous can't influence kids. That's all I got to say.
I'm saying none of them should be looked at as
that's all.
As
You said entertainers.
role models.
Okay.
They're all entertainers. They're just,
Okay.
What I find interesting is, now say what you will about the Republican Party, they've played social media very well the last several years.
1000%.
They've really bit into this whole like based mindset.
That was too good.
And I hate, but no, they're like, it started with Elon buying Twitter because now because Elon is very right leaning himself. X is a pretty right leaning platform. So Twitter in itself, which was like such a bulletin board for anyone to say anything, is now very right leaning. And then Trump's ability to go on, Adin Ross's stream. I think they got over 1 million live viewers during the stream, which is insane. Just all this stuff. I find it interesting, and they're playing it well for the campaign. I'll give them that. I don't know if it's going to result because, again, you have to remember, people watching Adin Ross, probably most of them aren't even voting age. And then if they are, how many are really going to go out and vote? Because at the end of the day, anytime a candidate plays like the younger card, it never favors them. Look at Bernie Sanders the last 8 years. Like Bernie Sanders,
I'll give you that.
He never made it out because his whole thing was the younger generation. They just don't vote.
And I think I think Tay was kind of leaning into this a little bit too as well, where I also heard today about like how Kai was being hit up by the Secret Service to have Kamala Harris on. I think it's so dangerous because when you have the Adin Rosses or like the Kais, like I truly don't think these YouTubers, the high ups, really understand how much power they have, because now that they become pawns in this scheme of like, the Anglo-Saxons, like the 1%ers, because they can see, because like those people move the needle for the middle class. And I feel like when you kind of get that kind of type of power, where it's kind of like, I understand Adin Ross maybe has a more like base type of group, but almost at the same time, I think if you're a content creator, right, you should really promote like people really getting the facts and being more moderate. Where I feel like in politics, why am I playing a game red versus blue. Like, in my opinion, when we kind of like have that red versus blue type of like conversation, I feel like those are the biggest gangs in the United States. If I'm being honest with you, you repping the elephant, you repping the donkey. But at the same time, why am I playing politics with literally like my life? Like literally with why am I'm gonna be honest, when I figured out what gross pay was, and I figured out that I don't get gross pay, and it's just some shit I just look at, it just bothers the shit out of me. Like, you got a problem with that?
I was just trying to make a connection there.
You since you got back from Convo, you've been a hate ass.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you was on the Adin stream, wasn't you?
Nah, no, not at all.
Robert's fiscally conservative, socially democratic.
I'm actually more moderate than anything. If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't. If I could be a registered moderate where I can vote in the primaries, but I'm registered Democrat.
Robert Kennedy's Jr. is running with his worm in his brain.
I'm not gonna vote for him.
Well, that's how you're never gonna win.
clearly, I want my vote to count. What you talking about?
It will count.
It will count for Mr.
We need a new party.
Huh? We need a party.
We need a new party system.
Well, if people like you won't vote for these third party.
When's the last time a third party member fucking won?
You know why? Because there's 2 million people like you who are like, when's the last time somebody won? If you cast a vote and build up your base.
I almost said something slick, but we can't. It was off camera stuff. We can't talk about it. I almost said shit.
Say it with your chest.
I'm not, because I'm your friend. Anywho, because I respect you. Anywho, my question's for you, because I don't want to. Because I'm gonna be switch be a tad bit more serious. I will say, with the line of work that you kind of do, like election season is up. Like, how crazy is that, knowing that politicians are going this far to get streamers? Like, is it crazy for work for you right now?
Okay, so I'll just clarify. I no longer work for any type of like government entity. I just work for a nonprofit now at this point. But previously, it would be kind of crazy. Working for the county, it was always kind of tense, especially when commissioners were up for election, and that's anyone from the commissioner elect themselves to folks who work on their communications team, down to folks who, if they're in charge of, say, such and such department, head on, like all leadership, you kind of feel like the thickness in the air. And also you'll start to see folks come around more in the community. They're doing more biking events, walking events, ribbon cutting ceremonies, all that type of stuff, all the good photo ops. And, you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt. Like, what time it is. They got to play the game, so you get it. Yeah.
All right, because I feel like Costa's going to be a tad bit more serious. I want to be unserious. All right, for my fellow friends here.
Yep.
If you were elected official in Portland, where would your first stop of pandering be?
You want me to go first?
Whoever's up.
Well, based off my skin complexion, I'd have to probably go to Lake Oswego. True.
You'd be like, we gotta get these houseless people more downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like,
That's
yeah.
hilarious. I was gonna say I'd have to go to Lloyd Center.
Exactly.
Mainly because that's an area I actually think needs a lot of help, and there's a lot of potential in Lloyd Center. I think that Lloyd District, I should say.
Wait,
is untapped potential.
Wait, am I a candidate, or have I already been elected?
Candidate.
Oh yeah, the Lake Oswego. Then I gotta build up the base over there. Okay, I already know how the black vote as is.
Get the NBA guys to come out.
Exactly. Exactly.
I got one for y'all.
Okay.
I'm going to Selwood.
Ew.
Interesting.
No, that's where That's where Lako was taken. The adjacent.
You say West Lynn. West Lynn. That's the one. They're more like than Lako, low key.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't live in West Lynn. They're a little cuckoo up there.
I'll be honest.
On that mountain.
I'll be super honest. I think me and Jordan. I think we. Not paddleboarding. What's that other fucking shit you be doing? The canoeing,
rafting,
one of those.
Floating.
I'm not a banana boy, so I don't know.
Anywho, we were in Lako, we were at the Safeway in Lako.
Okay. In like downtown Lako?
Yeah. Whatever. One of those. And we got our stuff. We literally in like two blocks from like the Safeway. We park and like these white people get out and they're like watching us. They're like standing up and just like watching us get out of the car. And like you could park there. It's like residential. And there's like looking at us like. Dare I say? Have y'all seen what's the it's the fucking Django. You know how he comes out the porch and he's looking. Yeah. You know, I'm just like, damn, like
who's that Nick? Yeah.
There, exactly on that horse over there. It would you just kind of feel it as a person of color in Lako in certain spots of Lako.
Okay, interesting.
So you brought up Adin Ross.
Yeah.
Anything else with Adin?
What else?
No, is that it?
That's it. Outside of me keep getting called or keep saying at the wedding I was at this past week and everyone kept saying I look like Adin Ross.
No, you don't.
Dude, I
don't see it.
Damn, I wish you wouldn't have said that now.
So
I can see it.
To wrap almost things up for today, I do want to bring up this. So I do have an update. Now, Tay, you probably weren't here. Not probably. You weren't here for this. So we were talking about the uprise of high-end content creators, you know, having a staff member dealing with minors. So I'm curious because we got some updates in the cenat case, and I kind of want.
Who's diddling kids?
Oh, so yeah, cenat's cameraman.
The
cameraman apparently allegedly sent some messages to some minors.
So I got some updates.
We talked about it last week.
So I have some updates for you guys, and I want to see if this matters. So I kind of want to be fair.
Okay.
So it comes out that when he sent these messages to this person wasn't like 16, 15. This person was 17, and they're ballparking it like he was either 19, 20. So knowing that his age was more like 19, 20, and she was still 17, even though the messages are wild as shit, right? And it's like 2 years removed from the situation. Do you think that changes like the whole situation to you guys at all? Because if we look at other countries, right, and like in Europe, if I'm understanding, and
I mean,
well, I think
even in America, like
I think it's 3 years is like the
Romeo
within
yeah.
Romeo and Juliet laws.
Yeah.
I'm walking in this without a whole lot of context. I'll just say I'd be lying if I said I didn't know a 19 and 17-year-old that were dating or communicating even when I was younger. So yeah, that does change stuff as opposed to initially when you were presenting this topic, I thought it was like a grown man messaging it. As 16-year-old, I'm like, whoa,
that's how the information came out.
And I don't know what the messages said.
Yeah,
so
no, the messages were wild. Messages were wild.
Let's see, what do you have to say?
So the Romeo and Juliet laws it changes per state, but it's about 4 years.
Okay, 4 years.
What the fuck? That's a long time.
It's about 4 years.
So what's the biggest? So
but isn't there a minimum age that the younger?
So you could do like 18 and 14.
Yeah, no, I think I think the person has to be at least 16.
So in Texas, 14 is at least.
Oh, whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
all right, not to sound weird, that probably would be like if it's 4 years, a senior dating a freshman.
That would.
Yeah.
So I was watching.
Where's my hug?
You, it's funny for that shit. Sorry, bro. So the reason why I'm bringing this up because I want to be fair to that young man because when I was watching Adin preach, they kind of did like a second part to their first part, and then I looked up what they were looking up. So pretty much, once again. There's a lot of different conflicting statements of the age point, but like if you look back at the young videographer's first time he was on YouTube, could be around the age that he's like 19, 20. It came across that he was like 26 and she's 17 or like 30, and I was like, oh, and it kind of made me think. So I was like, when I was like, oh, I kind of want to do like round the bases with that. So because I know sometimes in other countries people are not scoffing like at 19, 17 or 2017, but I know in America we're just so like 21 everything has to be like this. But like literally Fact Dragon was saying like in Texas you could be 14. I was that's crazy to hear. So
that is crazy to hear. Yeah, I think it does change. I think it's not as weird as what we initially had thought it was last week.
Yeah. You want to close this out with the Fugees?
Fugees.
Fugees.
With the Fugees?
Fugees.
What's that?
White
Funyuns.
All right. Now, I don't know if you're trolling or just ignorant. Okay.
The world may never know.
Yes. All right. So Fugees, they were supposed to have an anniversary tour this upcoming fall, or actually no, I guess late summer, going through early winter this year. A report came out earlier today that the tour has actually been canceled. The first tour date was supposed to be happening 3 days from today. A lot of people were in uproar about it. Lauryn Hill ended up putting a statement out on her platform. And I can pull that up. If you give me 2 seconds, I don't.
Jam. He's jamming up.
What song are they known for?
No one.
Oh, actually,
It's actually a popular.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
No, they got hella hits.
I'm fucking
Killing.
Well, I know Lauryn Hill.
Ready or
not, killing me
Here I
softly.
Come.
Fuji
Oh,
Lies.
that was Alicia
Lies,
Keys.
no woman, no cry.
Okay.
I was fucking.
Got it. Okay.
But give me 2 seconds because he.
Dang, that's crazy. Because when I do that shit, everyone's like, rah, rah.
Is it the vocal strain one?
All right, so from her page, actually, with difficulty, the decision was made to pull down our upcoming North American tour dates. The shows in the UK and Europe are moving forward as planned. Last year, I faced an injury that necessitated the rescheduling of some of my shows. Regrettably, some media outlets' penchant for sensationalism and clickbait headlines have seemingly created a narrative that has affected ticket sales for the North American portion of the tour. So, I'll say this, and can I get a close up real quick? Fat Dragon. All right. I myself personally have had 2 instances with Miss Lauryn Hill. Big fan of your work. But I've had 2 instances, one of which you canceled altogether. Second, which you pulled up to a show, performed 2 songs, and said love, peace, and hair grease, and left. Now, mind you, this is after you're already 2 hours late to your scheduled stage time. So you and Rob, you can attest to this. She has a reputation of already being someone who no call, no shows, or will just show up hours late on bullshit. So no, it isn't the media creating some narrative on your name. You create this narrative on your name. So when the news came out that this tour is being canceled, I don't think anybody had any questions as far as who probably was the reason why for this happening.
And this is why I want to have good people around me. There's for sure things I'm gonna do my own right, but I respect you guys just enough for you guys to have that one card like, hey Rob, you're wilding out, or like this thing. And when you get that big and powerful, I feel like people just forget, like, you gotta be able to, like, yo, Lauryn, you wilding, girl. So it's so weird because her music and how she carries herself, you wouldn't think that punctuality would be something that is her kryptonite.
Yeah.
Phony.
But I'm glad that her ticket, well, I know I'm going to sound like a hater for this, but I'm glad her ticket sales are being affected by this, because now she's actually having to deal with the real life consequences of you building up a reputation of not being somebody that people can depend on as reliable as when I'm purchasing a ticket. So, hopefully the tour goes well in Europe and the rest of the UK. So,
what's your favorite Lauryn Hill song?
My favorite Lauryn
They
Hill
don't know
song
any.
is it's
Living my life like it's golden.
Do-wop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
We got.
Mine
got me.
probably be Zion.
I'm gonna say, ready or not.
Oh my god.
Here I come.
That's worse than what I said.
Yeah, it is.
Anywho, well, this was a great installment of the Play No Games podcast. I'm your host, Cartier Bob.
I'm Cos.
I'm tight for it.
We're out.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.